Good day, mate. Welcome back to the channel. I'm FPL Root and welcome back to another FPL video. So in today's video, we're going to be looking at early team selection ahead of double game week 25. Before we do go into it, just a quick recap. So if Spurs end up getting through against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup semi-final on Thursday, then Spurs and Fulham will be doubling. If Liverpool get through, then Liverpool and Aston Villa will be doubling. If Arsenal end up overthrowing Newcastle's 2-0 lead, which is a tough ask because it is at St James's Park, the second leg, then Arsenal and Chelsea will be doubling. Newcastle will not be doubling because of the fact they're not in Europe, so they have many weeks to kind of play that extra game they're going to be missing because they're going to be in the final. But that is the way things are lining up at the minute. So far, though, in game week 24, it's been a really good game week, to be honest with you. Massive rank increase, 600k rank increase, which is much needed. 106 points. Pickford, incredible. 9 points, assist, clean sheet. Yeah, so good. The fact that Virgil as well ended up getting a clean sheet. Obviously, did get booked though. Nico Williams, what a legend, a goal and a clean sheet in that 7-0 thrashing of Brighton from Forest. And then Robinson as well. It's just been so consistent for me this season with an assist. In midfield, a little bit of a letdown. The single game with players did let me down. Rodgers, 1 point. Gordon, 1 point. Palmer did okay though, got an assist with 2 bonus. And then Salah does Salah things, 2 goals, 3 bonus, clean sheet. Ends up on 32 points as being my captain. Up front, not too bad. Chris Wood, again, another legend. It's what I mean. He's just been smashing it. And I wish I've owned him sooner, to be honest. I think I got him in around game week 22, just before his game against Southampton. Ended up with a goal and assist. And to be honest, yeah, what a player and what a season he's having. Isak blanked, and then Gakpo with an assist. Not great, considering he's kind of blocked me from getting Arnie Slot assistant manager. But I did have David Moyes assistant manager, who scored 4, won 4-0 against Leicester, clean sheet and a manager win. So really happy with that. Overall, brilliant game week. What I want in a Liverpool Everton game, to be honest, I wouldn't mind a 0-0, and I wouldn't mind loads of goals with my Liverpool players scoring them. Um, as a Spurs fan, I probably want Liverpool to win, but in terms of FPL, yeah, I would absolutely love it, an Everton win with Liverpool players scoring loads of goals. Let me know what you scored in the comment section below, and we'll get on to my team selection ahead of double game week 25.
Yo, it's FPL Root, bringing you the stats, top picks, hot tips, all the league facts. They say Root, what? That's all the flow. Subscribe, hit the bell. Welcome to the show.
So with the way this is going for this game week, I just want to talk about how the team looks as of now without any doubles confirmed. And this is how my team is lining up for the time being. I've got 2 transfers, 0.1 million in the bank. I've obviously got bench boost, triple captain, free hit, wildcard left, but I can't play them because my assistant manager is active. Palace away for Pickford, Virgil, Salah and Gakpo with Wolves at home. Nico Williams, Fulham away. Robinson and Iwobi with Forest at home. Ipswich at home for Rodgers. Palmer with Brighton away. City away for Isak. Fulham away for Wood. And then obviously, as I mentioned, Gakpo. So not ideal with Fulham and Forest playing each other. Good games for the Liverpool lads. And obviously City away for Isak. But the way they can see it at the moment, it's not the worst game. On paper, obviously, I have potential players in my team that could double. So Liverpool, with my 3 Liverpool players, could be doubling. Fulham as well could be doubling. So I'll have at least 2 doublers no matter what happens in that Spurs game against Liverpool, because if Spurs win, then my Fulham players will be doubling. If Liverpool win, then my Liverpool players will be doubling. And also if Liverpool win, Rodgers will be doubling as well, because Aston Villa will be doubling. So it's either 4 or 2. Obviously, again, it's hard to say what I want because I am a Spurs fan and obviously I want Spurs to go through. And to be honest, I actually want Spurs to go through FPL wise as well. I think the fact that I've got 2 Fulham could be a bit of a differential, and the fact that a lot of people have played Arne Slot as assistant manager could mean that they're going to have to change it basically because of the fact that Liverpool are not doubling. And it does mean my kind of team, I'm able to be a bit more aggressive, which I need at this stage of the season. I need to be aggressive with my transfers. I'll go into next about basically what happens if Spurs win, what happens if Liverpool win in that Carabao Cup game. I'm This is probably bad of me, but I'm just going to assume that Newcastle will hold on to a 2-0 lead at home. Um, that's probably going to bite me, definitely, because I don't have any Arsenal players. I've only got one Chelsea, but I'm going to assume that Newcastle will hold on, and we're going to look at two options about whether Spurs get through or Liverpool get through. Let's get into it. So we will start off with, I guess, the result I do want to happen. I want Spurs to end up going through against Liverpool, and because of this, I'll need to change my assistant manager anyway because Everton are not going to be doubling. So we'll start off with the team. Pickford obviously the same. Liverpool players end up on a single game week against Wolves, which is not a bad kind of game to have. Robertson and Iwobi double, as I've mentioned, two home games, Spurs and Forest. Um, I'll bring in basically my transfers would be Estupinan to Pedro Porro, which for me is a brilliant move because Estupinan is injured. Porro, although Spurs defensively haven't been great this season, he has got 2 goals, 5 assists, and I actually do think Spurs are better away from home defensively. They've actually got one of the best defenses away from home. Obviously, that clean sheet against Brentford was very, very good for them. They've got clean sheet against Southampton as well. They've done okay clean sheet against City away from home. Yeah, they've done okay clean sheet against Man United away from home. They've actually been better defensively away from home. So I don't actually mind playing Pedro Porro and bringing him in. He's 5.4 million, over 20% owned now, but just for his attacking threat, for the fact that Spurs have the double game week if they do get through. Um, it's against Man United at home, which I expect them to win that game, and then they play Fulham away, which I think will be tough. But then after in 26, they do have Ipswich away, which is a great game for them to play. And then after that, you can probably look to take him out because if they do get through, they will be blanking in 29. Also, another transfer in is Kulusevski. So again, this was a tough one. I was thinking about going for the new guy, Matthias Tell, but I think it's a little bit too risky. He's only 6 million, and I actually do think he'll be playing up front. I don't think if he does play on the wing, he'll be playing right wing, and I think Kulusevski will probably drop into midfield. But I think for a little bit of safety for set pieces. I think Kulusevski has been Spurs' best player, probably apart from Jed Spence, throughout the seasons. Only 6 goals, 4 assists, but I think the fact that he started and played 90 minutes in almost every single game this season just brings me a little bit of security. And he's still a massive differential, 5.3% owned. He's 6.4 million. And for me, I think I'd just rather him than someone like Matthias Tell. If I could, then I would get in Son, but I just can't afford him. Otherwise, I'd have to take in Cole Palmer. And for me, with Chelsea's fixtures after this game week, I don't really want to do that. They've got Brighton away, Villa away, which can be tough, but then they've got Southampton at home, Ipswich at home, and I would definitely want him back for game week 27. So for me, it's not worth bringing him in and out just for that. And yeah, he's still delivering for me. So Palmer's staying in. Rogers is staying in, Ipswich at home, great fixture for him. And then obviously Salah. Up front, no double game week players, Wood and Gakpo, but I do bring in Postecoglou for David Moyes. And to be honest, I wanted to play my assistant managership on Postecoglou before these double game weeks did get announced. I think the fact that Spurs are, I don't want to say in a false position because they have been shocking this year, but they are better than they are in their position. It is a lot to do with the injuries. And I think the fact that they play, okay, Man United at home, Man United are actually not 5 places above them in the league, but Fulham are. And I think the fact that Fulham, Spurs to beat Fulham could be worth 16, 18, 20 points is massive. Fulham are exactly 5 places. So Spurs are 14th and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Fulham is a bonus game, which is very, very good. And then they play one of the worst teams in the league, Ipswich, away from home in the last game for that assistant manager chip. So I really, really do like Postecoglou as an option. Beat Fulham away for a bonus. It's what more can you ask for, to be honest? So this would cost me 4 points. So not ideal. Their other options is to just play Nico Williams instead of Pedro Porro, which I don't mind. But I think the fact that I don't actually mind that, but I just like Fulham at home. And for me, the captaincy will be going on Kulusevski. Iwobi is a good option as well. Don't get me wrong, 2 home games, but for me, I think Kulusevski is the one to go for. And I have the pretty much the exact money for this, 0.1 million in the bank, and I'm sure that will kind of cater for any price rises or price falls. So this is how my team will look if Spurs v Newcastle is the Carabao Cup final. Potentially Matthias Tell could come in, but for me, Kulusevski is a safer pick and has been a great player for Spurs this season in what has been a terrible season. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and we'll get on to if Liverpool and Newcastle are in the final. So although I did say that I wanted Spurs to get through because I'm a Spurs fan, and I do think it's better for my team because I do have 2 Fulham assets already, and I think they're massive differentials. Having said that though, my team I feel does look better if Liverpool do go through, because of the fact I've got that triple Liverpool already, and a lot of people potentially that have got Trent potentially might have to take him out because of the fact he's injured. I think he will be all right, but to be honest, yeah, for me, I'm happy with Van Dijk anyway. The defense, Nico Williams does end up playing instead of someone like Pedro Porro, which again is not bad. Salah gets a double, Rodgers gets a double, Palmer stays in, and then I do Gordon for Rashford. It's a tough one with Rashford because you could go for Marlon, you could go for Rashford, but it's kind of a pick where you've got treble up on Liverpool. I could go for someone like Semenyo or even someone like Clivert, but the fixtures are very good for them. But I think I've got to go for the double game week player. I know they're on fire at the minute. Clivert, all the Bournemouth players are, to be honest. I know they lost against Liverpool, but a lot of teams do lose against Liverpool. But their fixtures coming up next: Southampton away, Wolves at home, is very nice, and they're on fire at the minute. 11 goals, 4 assists for Clivert. Semenyo, 7 goals, 4 assists. So I could potentially go for one of them instead of Rashford, but I think I've got to go for the double game week. Ipswich at home, and then Rashford against Liverpool does sound very nice, obviously, with his Man United background. Up front, Isak ends up starting in this way, and then Chris Wood and then Gakpo will have a double game week. Now, they end up going for Unai Emery as the assistant manager, obviously bonus against Liverpool. Their game after that is against Chelsea. I'll actually check if they can get a. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're only four places behind someone like Chelsea. So it's not great. It doesn't get a bonus, but for me, there's not really any other manager to go for, and I think it's worth it. So you can always change him after that double game week anyway. So this is how my team will line up if Liverpool and Newcastle do end up getting through and playing in the final. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, because let me know what team you think it actually is the better team. I spend -4 points less, so this doesn't cost me anything. I've got 2 free transfers. I've got 0.7 million in the budget as well to make any moves for the following week. Yeah, let me know what you think, because obviously Isak is playing against City away, which I don't think is a bad thing. It's kind of Isak versus kind of Iwobi and Kulusevski, I'd say, roughly. But yeah, let me know what you think. I prefer the Spurs because I think I've got more differential players in there, but my team probably does look better and cost me less money if Liverpool and Newcastle do get through. So yeah, I want to know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please do subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 2K subscribers. Like the video, and yeah, I appreciate all of you. So yeah, good luck for the game week.